Brown Sharite is a dynamic speaker, author, and coach who helps individuals and organizations grow stronger through life's challenges. After walking 561 miles on the Camino de Santiago and building multiple businesses, he now shares practical frameworks that connect faith, leadership, and personal growth. As the creator of Woo Season, Love Like an Ox, and Recovery Mode, Brown empowers communities to turn resilience into a daily strategy for lasting stage. Welcome to the stage, Brown Sharite!
How we doing, Cancun? All right. Hey, stay up. If you guys want to have a transformational experience today, let me hear you say woo. If you want to leave this room and you don't even want to be the same person, let me hear you say woo. If you already having a good time and you commit today, right now, that you will participate, let me hear you say woo. Man, woo season. Window of opportunity seasons. Woo seasons. We've all had them. Woo season. How many of you guys have had a moment where you had an idea, you thought about a business, or you even wanted to write a book, but you didn't move on it? Let me hear you say woo. All right, that was pretty good. Now, how many of you guys have seen some of those ideas or concepts that you didn't be moved on by other people? Let me hear you say woo. Okay, I like that. Man, I walked 561 miles. I spent 50 days in Europe walking from France to Spain just so I could say woo again. I experienced a 3.5-year divorce, $80,000 in attorney fees, over $735,000 in debt just so that I could have my freedom, so I could say, man, I sold my properties, had to let it go, $1.2 million, just so I could say, man. So let me tell you about my first woo season. When I was younger, about my son's age, I was about 8 or 9 years old. I actually had a stuttering problem, stammered. And I was in speech therapy for 2 years. And in my second year in speech therapist, my therapist said to me, Brown, I want to put you into a speaking competition. I kind of laughed. I was like, so what you're saying is that you want to put that's all folks in a speaking competition? And she says, yes, I want to put you in a speaking competition. And so I agreed to do the speaking competition. And for the next 3 months, we would work every two days a week for 3 months, building out the concept, writing and rewriting, and training. Building out the concept, writing and rewriting, and training. And then all of a sudden, the big day came. Here I am, Palm Beach County Convention Center, hundreds of people's in the audience, 37 contestants and myself. And I walked out that place, went in second place. I like to call that my first paid speech because I won $1,000 on a BMX bicycle. See, the thing is the moment before the moment. The win was already in the bag. Regardless if I would have won first place, third place, or finished last, I would have still won because I put the time in, the effort in. I overcame stuttering and stammering and being able to speak boldly and confidently in front of people. What I loved about that fact, though, is she engaged me, and she put a little thing in there because I was talking about Dr. Martin Luther King in his little dream. Well, he didn't have a little dream, but his dream. And my hook was, you know how I know? Because my mama told me so, right? And one of the things that I love about my mom is that she never wanted me to pretend to be somebody that I was not. And I have to go after this old adage because we've all heard it in business, we've all heard it in life. Fake it till you make it, right? Fake it till you make it is one of the worst pieces of advice that I've ever heard in my life. okay? Because it literally gives you the go-ahead to be inauthentic, to not be yourself, to pretend to be somebody else. If I had to put life around this fake it till you make it, CJ, I'm gonna pick on you. Is that okay? It's like CJ putting a Tampa Bay Buccaneers uniform on and stepping out onto the field on Sunday. See, when pressure comes, it's gonna show you who you are and it's gonna show you who you're not, right? So you look the part, you dress the part, but right here, you know that's not you. Faking it till you make it is one of the most dangerous pieces of advice that anybody could take. So I want to flip it. Say, flip the script. Flip the script. Instead of faking it till you make it, what I want you to do is I want you to believe and be who you seek to become. Believe and be who you seek to become. The reason that you need to believe and be who you seek to become is this. You've already given yourself permission to understand that you are going through a process. You've given yourself grace to be able to make mistakes. And you've already told yourself that if I want to be who I see myself being, then I need to do the things required me to do to become that person. So we're not going to fake it till you make it. We're going to believe and be who we seek to become. Man, I called my boy Sherrod one day. I said, Sherrod. He said, Brown, what? I said, do you know how rocks praise? He says, I don't know how rocks praise, but I'm pretty sure you're going to tell me how rocks praise. I said, yes, I'm going to tell you how rocks praise. He says, if you don't praise them, the rocks will. And I said, Sherrod, I never really thought about it. It's a comparison contrast between humans and an inanimate object, which was the rock. I said, Sherrod, as humans, we have everything that we need to do to be able to praise. We have breath, we have lungs, we have hands, we have feet, we have brain power. And he compares us to this inanimate object. This inanimate object, he compares us to this inanimate object of a rock that just has form. And you know, when God stirs you and he moves you to walk on that business idea, when he stirs you and he moves you to tell that compelling speech, he moves you to go ahead and send out that email so you can get that contract, we don't move. But when God shakes and he stirs the rocks praise because the rocks move. Don't you let any rock outpraise you. Don't let any rock outpraise you. See, the thing is this. We're letting other companies and corporations outpraise us, and they shouldn't even be able to compete with us on the level that they're competing with us. We're letting other people take the book ideas because we haven't put ourselves in a place to move. It's the movement. It's the movement. You can be the most talented person in the world. You can have all the money in the world, right? But if you don't move, nobody knows you. LeBron James or Michael Jordan couldn't even be considered in a GOAT conversation if they stayed on the sidelines. Think about it. Message. It's about the movement. I remember one day I was getting ready to cook. I like to cook. I got a chef's kitchen in my house, so I like to cook. I was thinking about Italian, and I wanted to make some bruschetta. And so I realized that I actually didn't have time to make bruschetta because I had to catch a flight. But I looked at the vegetable garden. I told my tomato, I said, next week when I come back. And the next week came. I came back from vacation. I took a look at the tomato, and tomato had rotted. Not only did the tomato rot, but the whole entire vine died. And then right there, that small voice said to me, use what you got before it rots. How many of us are sitting on something that's ripe right now, being afraid to use it? Here's the thing, we're finite. The ideas are finite. We have dashes associated with our lifespans. The idea that you have it's not going to go away. It's just going to go to somebody else. Right? Opportunities don't go away. They just go to others. So when they took CJ out of the game and he got benched because he wasn't performing, that opportunity went to somebody else. Use what you got before it rots. Use what you got before it rots. But we're here talking about the woo season. Woo season? If you want to use what you got before it rots, let me hear you say woo. If you want to move like the Rocks did, let me hear you say woo. See, the thing is, I need y'all to get aggressive with me. Get aggressive, get loud, get loud. If you think that you had a transformation experience with me today and you learned something new, let me hear you say woo. Stand to your feet and let me hear you say woo. I walked 561 miles to come here to tell you that you will not allow the Rocks to outpraise you. Woo season.
Hey, y'all give it up for Brown!
All right.
So we wanted to give honor what honor is due. So with Brown, we've already kind of gave feedback, wanted to say we're proud of you. We wanted to make sure we honored to make sure you got some good content, got a chance to get everything recorded, get everything on tap. So we're not going to do the feedback again because this is a redo to make sure we got the content. So I just want to say well done, congratulations, and great job. You guys give him a round of applause. Thank you.
One time for Brown, y'all. Give it up, give it up, give it up.